Hello everyone, this is David. As I promised last night at orientation, I'm going to do a screencast here to, well, you could have as a reminder for what we talked about in orientation. This can be for people who weren't able to attend orientation, and for people who add late and don't get the orientation at all. This is where you start the course. This is the home page. This is actually a blog, which is what you're required to make as your first task for the course. I have under video tutorials a number of video tutorials throughout the course. The one you'll look for is creating a Blogger account, and I also have some written ones here that you can view. But if you look at this, it's fairly simple. In fact, even if you go to www.blogger.com, you'll be able to walk through it yourself. It's really not a difficult task. The only thing that people sometimes struggle with is, here's the course blog here, is once you make the course, I need you to email me the address to it so I can add it. You see, I have some students already added to the blog here. All students should have here, so Danny can just click on it and see your weekly posts. This is where you'll be doing your weekly reflections that are called chapter reflections, I think, in the modules. This is where you'll be doing it. This is the address I need. You see it says Blogspot in it. That'll be the address I need. Whatever you name it will be here, and it'll say .blogspot.com. Just drag the mouse over it, right-click, copy, go into your email, put your cursor there, right-click, paste. All right? Couldn't be easier. And then just send it to me, and I will get you added to here. All right? Also, while you're here, once you've created your Google account, which is what you'll be making to make a blogger, you'll have a Google account. If you already have a Google account, if you have Gmail, if you have a YouTube account, if you have, Google has lots of accounts. If you already have an account, you just sign in. In fact, if you go to try to create it, it'll tell you you already have an account. So just sign in and create a blog. If you click on join this site on the course blog here, every time something is posted here, and I'll be putting some automated reminders in here, like when stuff is due. If you join it, you'll get an email every time Danny or I post something here. You'll get an email directing you back to this, so it's a nice little reminder for yourself. Okay, so that's the home page. The course syllabus is this. There's a couple corrections on here. One is I am right here. I am in F6A, like the rest of the program is in F6A at iTech. That's where our orientation took place. And on the assignments, if you didn't sit through orientation, these are all the points you get for the various tasks you need to accomplish. As Danny pointed out, if you don't do, and small team, by the way, is just individual now. There's no teams. You'll individually meet with Danny. For instance, if you don't do the autobiography, you lose 10 points, right? Which, in the grand scheme of things, isn't a big deal. If you have 348, you still get an A, right? And you can make up points down here, an extra credit. As a note, this should be 15 and not 25 here. 3 points at 5. Sorry, my math. But you can make up things with those. The one thing that he pointed out was the field-based observations is mandatory. That one you have to do. You cannot skip the field-based observations. And if you don't know what field-based observations are, if you have questions about them, contact Danny and he can explain them to you. Okay. The chapter modules is where you will spend the majority of your time once the course gets going. And this is basically every one of these things you saw in the syllabus. And they're all broken down by chapters up here. So if you want to go chapter 10, you just click there. You're in chapter 10. Every one of these is laid out the same way. It has an introduction, has a study guide, the things you're looking to learn in this, has the directions to read chapter 10 or to read whatever chapter it is. Each one of these it's supposed to be a PowerPoint, but I can't embed the PowerPoints, so it's a movie. I just converted the PowerPoint to a movie. You can either click play, or you see it goes through and you can pause it, or you'll have little fast forward buttons that you can just click and go to each chapter or each slide that's on this PowerPoint. Okay, that's how you do those. They all have movies. Some have just one, some have up to 5 movies. They're all fairly short, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can just click either on the picture or on the link and view the movie. A reminder to do your chapter reflection. That's that blog we just looked at. You'll log into your blog and post a new chapter. Your weekly email that you'll be sending to Danny, let him know that you're alive. Just give him a 1 to 3 sentence thought about the chapter you just read. If there's a kaleidoscope paper, or if there's other work to be done, there's no extra credit on this week I clicked on. Flashcards, these are great from the textbook company to learn the verbiage of being a teacher. Real important to learn how to do that, especially if you're going in an interview, you know what they're saying, or you can use it in your own discussions. And I have a video on that also. The ACE test, where this is the first time we're allowing you to buy the print book as opposed to just the online version. If you buy the print book, you don't get this ACE test, but it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't get graded. Danny or I don't look at your results. It's only for you. If you want that extra practice, then you'll need to buy the online stuff from them, from Cengage. Okay. Back to the course. Chapter reflections, clicking here will just launch Blogger and let you log in. See, it's already logging me in here. If you click there and you don't see your name up here, it'll have a login. You just need to log in before you'll see anything. This is called the dashboard. You'll probably just have the one blog. I have several. In fact, I have more than this. And you can go right here to create a new post. And you can watch the video on doing your blog to get all that information. Okay, the quizzes. You can work ahead on anything except for quizzes. Quizzes, you see, when you click here, there's nothing here. These will only be here on the days that the quizzes are offered. Like I think the first quiz is February 3rd. Friday morning on February 3rd, the quiz will appear here, and it'll stay here until Sunday evening at 11:55, and it'll disappear. The quizzes are timed for an hour and a half, so make sure you log in before it'll disappear, right? So, and then once it's gone, it's gone. You have to take the quiz during that time period. So make sure you know when the quizzes are, and make sure you schedule the hour and a half to be available, that you don't have kids running around, demanding your attention, because once that timer goes off, the quiz closes. Okay, submissions are all up here now. You can see everything that you need to submit is here. Once Danny has it set up this instance that everything from January is available until the 1st of February, right? So even though this is due on January 22nd, this extra credit will stay here until February 1st, where it's gone. Okay, so this extra credit here, February 5th, it's due on February 5th, but the link to submit it will be there until March 1st. Okay, so that's that, and then once that'll be gone. So these will slowly start disappearing, and there's no exceptions. If you miss turning it in, you miss turning it in. You don't get the credit for it. So make sure you're on top of that. Okay, and your student gradebook. Clicking here, I can click there. You see, I am not a student, so I don't have access to that. This will show you your grades. Some grades, like the quizzes and stuff, will show up here. There's ones like those weekly ones that Danny has to input as a total, just that you've always done them. That may end up at the end of the course, so you may not see all your points until the end. But you can always check with Danny. He keeps a written record of that. You can check him if you need to know where you're at. Course documents has the syllabus again. Some of the stuff I may remove from the course after a couple weeks as everyone gets going in here. You really don't need them up here anymore. And I don't like it cluttered, so I may remove it from here on the outside link, or even like the video tutorials. Once you get going, you won't need those anymore. I'll move them back, and they'll be in this course documents. There are in here some ePortfolio guidelines you can go through as you look at the ePortfolio as something you should be working at throughout the course. And there's some guidelines here that I've taken from the UTB EdTech's Master's program that gives you an idea of where you'll want to your goal will be to end up at, but it has some ideas of what you can pull out and include now. Under the video tutorials, one of the things you want to look at is how to create your ePortfolio, and we'll be using Google Docs, which is the same login you'll use for your your Blogger account, your chapter reflections. So we're using that same company, so use the same login, and it's a wonderful program. Watch the video. Always on these videos, use the full screen because it's so small here. You won't see what I'm talking about, but use that full screen button right there, and you'll see it better. The textbook you have messages. This is the typical Blackboard email information. Don't use this, is my suggestion. Use either Danny's email to get a hold of Danny at daniel.ibarra@utb.edu, or for me it's david.pike@utb.edu, and get a hold of us that way. I'll be checking this periodically over the first couple weeks of the course, and once everyone is into the course and doesn't really need my help anymore, I'll probably stop checking this, but maybe once a week. So if you need to get a hold of me, this is the wrong way to do it. Either that or call us. Our phone numbers are on the syllabus. Resume course alerts. This will tell you when stuff is due, when you're past due. There's a bug on here. Something I keep getting. Everyone's past due on something, and I'm not sure why. There's something that I need to change in there. But if you see something on there that you're past due and you're not past due on it, let me know, and I'll see if I can't fix it. All right. I think that's everything. The rest of this stuff is stuff that the university adds. Announcement page is nice to go into once in a while. The university will post stuff here also. So if this is stuff you'll probably see when you first log in this section here, like if there's this early alert system, like if hurricanes are coming, things like that, you'll see them show up there. All right, if you have any questions, as always, give me a call. For the technical stuff, give Danny a call for the course information, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you.